Good evening, friends. On behalf of Confederation of General Insurance Agents Associations of India, I wholeheartedly welcome ever-smiling personality, most dynamic general manager of PSU General Insurance Company, Sri Raviji from National Insurance Company Limited, Corporate Office, Kolkata, to this webinar. Friends, he is going to address us on the current scenario, and I welcome all the top management, region in charges, office in charges from various parts of the country. I welcome co-conveners of our confederation, Sri Irendra Shahji, Sri M.A. Sattar, Sri Sudipta Sarkar, and President of JAWI, Sri Gopal Ghoshji, and Secretary General, Mr. Sri G.S. Srinivasan, to this webinar. I welcome all the national and state leaders and all the participants to this webinar.
Thanks to Confederation of General Insurance Agent Association of India and Sri Lokeshji for giving me opportunity to introduce today's guest, respected Sri Raviji, General Manager, Marketing, National Insurance Company Limited. I, NICN Sudhir Gupta, General Secretary on behalf of Indian Federation of General Insurance Agent Association, welcome Sri Raviji, General Manager, Marketing, NIC. Sri Raviji, born on 21st of April 1962 and did his academic and professional qualification as BCom and LLB and Fellowship of Insurance Institute of India in 2000 and Associate of Chartered Insurance Institution of London in 2007. He joined National Insurance Company on September 1984 and started his career as a branch manager NIC Samastipur, Bihar, and took charge as a divisional manager at various places at Delhi RO and regional in charges at Delhi RO3 and Patna RO. During this journey, he constantly maintained a surplus through all posting and state Patna RO's premium growth to rupees 372 crore from 220 crore over a period of 3 years. Patna RO generated unprecedented surplus 3 years in a row. In 2012-13, rupees 84.3 crore. In 2013-14, rupees 79.67 crore. In 2014-15, rupees 96 crore. Generated a surplus of rupees 15 crore on a premium of rupees 44 crore in 2007 and was given outbound experiential training as a reward. He has also got various recognition and honors. He got the Best Region Award for Patna Regional Office on all parameters in 2014, awarded the Marine Prize by the International Underwriting Association of London in 2008, got distinction in Marine Underwriting and Liability Insurance Paper ACII examination in 2006, awarded first prize in Management Development Program at National Insurance Academy and contributed to Muzaffarpur Division selection as a best division under Patna RO 1994. He has also attended various training program like program on liability insurance held by National Insurance Academy in 2008, program on micro and health insurance, National Center for Insurance Learning in 2008, program on IT securities, National Insurance Academy in 2007, program on miscellaneous insurance, National Insurance Academy, management of marine hull insurance, National Insurance Academy in 2002, management of fire insurance, National Insurance Academy, management development program, National Insurance Academy, and program on fire insurance, NICIL, and also held responsibility and positions he was the fire and engineering technical department in head office in 2011 He was IRD compliance officer in 2010, worked on a project for centralization and audit and accounts in 2009, capitalized and conceptualized and implemented centralization of claim in the claim hub in 2009, part of the core group of 4, one of each zone, constituted by head office for recommendation on business process re-engineering in 2007-8. He is a permanent member, life member of Insurance Institute of India, Bombay since 2000, and chartered insurer and member Chartered Insurance Institute, London since 2008. He is a dynamic personality and technically qualified and a decisive leader with wide exposure in different market segments and experienced in handling top corporates portfolio like Adani Group, Apollo, JK Group, Somani Group and Pepsi, like this. I once again welcome to Ravi ji, and thanks for giving me opportunity to introduce him. Over to Lokesh ji. Thanks.
Very good afternoon to everyone.
Afternoon,
And
sir.
actually, you do not know, but I can see all of you. Many windows are there on my screen. I am using my laptop also. I have connected, but there the video was not working. Somehow it started working on my wife's phone. So that is how I am with you today. There was a long introduction. I think that much was not needed. I am a very humble person. But yeah, I spent entire life in insurance industry starting from 1984. I entered this company at the age of 22, and now 36 years over, 2 years left. So almost time is getting over. So I'll share some thoughts with you about the agency profession. So first of all, I understand you all know very well that agency is when someone gets something done through some other person, then it is said that agency has operated. Law of agency is part of law of contract, because in any business, many things are done through other persons. Whenever you get things done through other persons on your behalf, then that person becomes your agent and binds you with his activity. So you become responsible, as if it is said that if something is done through another, it is as if it is done by you. So the agents represent us and bind us with their activity. So that is why it is important for any insurance company to ensure proper management of this particular channel. And this is what the companies try to do. But there have been many challenges also in the recent times because of various developments in the market. In fact, I was addressing another program of National Insurance Academy a few days ago. I read somewhere that in Britain, the insurance industry is the largest employer. And it is not all executive posts. It is the people who are actually in the thick and thin of business, bringing revenues for the company, providing services to the customer. And these people, because the number is so large that they represent the largest employer segment of Britain's economy. In India, it is very small. The total agency force is something like 12 lakhs or 13 lakhs, including life insurance agents. So we all know that insurance penetration as well as density is very low in our country because people do not have so much of disposable income. But nevertheless, the idea is to professionalize agency work. The idea is to make people opt for this career. How to do that? The idea is to provide some kind of security to this particular profession. How to do that? These are the, in my view, these are the most important concerns for the agents fraternity and should be of equal concern to the insurance companies. About 40% business comes through agents. Because of historical reasons, about 20-25% or 30% comes from direct sources, the rest through other intermediaries, including brokers. So this is an important channel of bringing business. So these are the few concerns I have been talking about. How to professionalize and then how to make this a secure profession. This will be the theme, whatever I talk of, and when I interact with you, I would like to dwell more on this particular aspect. Apart from this, I can tell you one thing that we have been at least in national insurance and all the insurance companies, at least PSUs, we do try to take care of the agency forces. In fact, I was planning to have training for the performers, achievers, and we were almost getting ready with it when this pandemic broke out. So just like clubs, we thought that there should be regular one-to-one, some kind of interaction with the achievers agency force. Now let us see when this pandemic gets over and people start moving again, because this time is not right for undertaking avoidable travel. Another thing I will say that most of the time there are few insurance policies which is being sold in the market, not too many. And it is important that agents know about the policy terms and conditions. This I always stress upon. Here there may be 100, 200, I'm not sure how many participants are there, but yeah. But to a larger segment, I would like to say that you must know what are the policy conditions. Agents must know what is the meaning of operating clause. Agents should know what are the conditions, what is the meaning of exclusions, what is called warranty, and how policy operates. What are various covers in the different kind of policy. Because what is our role as a service provider? We are selling something. The actual service comes later when there is a claim. In many policies, actually, the actual service is taken only once in 5 years, once in 10 years. In fire policies, once in 20 years. The customer gets the policy, but he doesn't know what kind of service he will get from the insurance company. Who will give this confidence that when there is a need, the proper service will be provided? Who will give the confidence that the risk exposures have been well taken care of? That is why intermediaries are there, and that is why agents are there. That is why we are also there, all of us. And this is our main responsibility, I would say, being in the insurance industry. Main responsibility is to give confidence to the customers that whatever risks they want to cover has been well taken care of. And if, God forbid, there is the policy gets triggered, then it will be taken care of properly. That is why, because of this particular need of this kind of industry, because you see there is a fundamental difference in other sectors and this sector. In most of the manufacturing sector and many of the service sectors also, the service is provided and for that fees is charged. Here, what happens? You charge a particular amount, but your cost of production comes later on. You do not know what will be the cost of production. This is based on estimations. So this is the fundamental difference between insurance industry and other industries. And incidentally, that is why insurance is said to be a capital intensive industry. And that is why there is so much of talk about capital, this solvency margin and those things. One would say, what is so much need of why crying over capital adequacy and those things? It's because of that. Because the cost of production comes later. First you sell the product, you do not know what will be the cost of production. And that is based on estimations which can vary a lot depending on different circumstances. So what I was saying is that the most important thing for us, for all agents, other intermediaries and the people in the insurance industry, is to give confidence to the customers. Only those companies will ultimately survive who can give this confidence based on knowledge, talent, and right intent. Those who practice business ethics. Otherwise, only having lot many portals or throwing money in the market, companies will not survive for long. So it is important that companies are fundamentally focused on this particular aspect, that the people possess knowledge to render good service to the customers and give confidence to the customers. And actually, when the need is there, they should provide good service to the customer. So this is one aspect. Another thing I would like to share with you, maybe in a small detail, because I can see it is already 4:30, is the concerns that agency force is having these days. Lot of business has gone to other channels like auto tie-ups, and the vehicle dealers are selling insurance, like bank assurance, where the bank is supposed to sell insurance and get commission. These models are, I would say, aberrations. even bank assurance model, even though it is very popular in some countries in the West, but the practices there are different. I would say that they are aberrations. We have seen, without offending anyone, we have seen that how there are few bankers who are also insurers, let us not name them, how they exploit the customers. So there's some kind of conflict of interest arises. So you take one home loan, they will charge you 25,000 premium for fire policy. Similar conflict of interest exists when the motor dealers are allowed to sell insurance policy, because they are also the provider of claim services. So having apparent conflict of interest. As a trade body that you have, it's very good. I was going through the achievements of this confederation. You have a presence and you are known and recognized at various forums. We keep on trying. You should also keep trying to get these corrections done through the regulator. That should be the most important role for any trade body like this. And another thing is how to provide some basic social service to the agents. Once again, time is, I don't want to bore you with a speech. I would rather like to talk to you for some time. But I was telling, and in fact I have said earlier also, the earlier model, if we all know, at least those agents who are old and those who have spent some time in this sector, they know. Earlier what was happening is that agents were being recruited as business organizers. We used to call them marketing officer or development officer or inspectors, whatever you call them. They were basically organizing the business. They used to come from this channel, agency channel. And there were people who rose from this position to even head the company. At least I know of two such CMDs. One was G.C. Bhattacharya, who was CMD of National Insurance, and also H.S. Vadhava. He was also a CMD in National Insurance. Both of them rose from the rank of, started their career as an agent, and then they progressed. In fact, in one of the mails I had shared this to you, that I would like this industry to once again go back to the same model. All insurance people should start as apprentice, practice as someone who is selling insurance in the market, getting business, generating revenue for the insurance sector, giving service to the customer directly, and then gets into the hierarchy and then climbs up. And in my opinion, that is the best way to strengthen this insurance market. There is no place for bureaucracy in insurance sector, which is basically a service sector. This is not income tax department that you fix rates and people will come and pay tax to you. It's not like that. So this is one fundamental change that should happen. And we have been trying at GIPSA level to allow us to recruit, you can call it marketing officer or marketing executive or something like that, by whatever name, but the same thing, that someone to organize the business. And in that, we had intentions to have some kind of scope for agents to enter, those who are performing well and those who are having good business performance in the past. or maybe some other parameters also. People are thinking about it, how to do it, how to formalize it. But that is how it should be done. So this is one important thought I wanted to share with you. And I will try till I don't have much time, less than 2 years now. So I'll keep on trying to do this change, that the people start working as apprentice or agent, or whatever name you call it, people who start bringing insurance and then they enter into business organization and then they enter into hierarchy. In hierarchy, very less people are needed now. Not so many people needed in the offices. Most of the things are getting digitized. This is actually a basic problem in Indian system. Like in our society, an IPS officer becomes the commissioner, but a cop remains a cop all along, or maybe sometimes sub-inspector at the most. A municipal worker remains a worker. He will go to a particular level only. And everywhere people are coming from different channels and they are actually responsible and doing the main providing guidance and those things. But those who have now people say skin in the game, those who have skin in the game, they are left out. This has to change in our country. Many of you will be young, just think over it. Everywhere it should happen. People should start from the lowest rung and then go up. If somebody is imposed from the top, he will never know what to do and how to do. So this is a fundamental change which I think the industry should try. I will try to contribute in this direction. In fact, when it was initiated 4 or 5 years ago in GIPSA, it was at my behest. I had spoken to someone and then some CMD, and then a proposal was moved for appointment of marketing officers. And now it is getting finalized. They had some meetings also. So with this, because it is already, I can see it is 40 minutes now. So these are the few thoughts. So important, I will just summarize that this industry should be led by people who have started their careers as agents. Our agency force must have business knowledge, because this is a knowledge-based industry. Only that can professionalize this force. And then those who are there, because many participants I understand are also from the offices. I can see some of my colleagues also in this video. We should always try to support agents, promote agents, and never compete with them. In national insurance, at least I have written many communications asking people not to compete with the marketing force and only provide guidance and support to them. So with this, I think I have already taken my share of time. I am very happy to see all of you. Now, luckily, you can also see me thanks to my wife who could somehow connect. So I'm using both my laptop as well as this phone. You are seeing me through this phone. I can see you on my laptop on the screen. I can see many faces. Priya Hegde, Kuntal Ganguly, Oppo S3, Sudhir Gupta, Yogendra Kumar, so many people. Many places it is some number is also coming like Galaxy or Vivo 1901, Praveed Kumar, Praful. So likewise, just take. I think I have many other people here in this on a different. So I'm very happy to see all of you and share my thoughts with you. And I also want to tell you that if you have any requirement or any help or assistance needed from me in which I can help you, feel free to call me, mail me, text me. I will always be there. And in the end, I will say that I'm a hardcore nationalist. So I want everyone to be very, very loyal with my company, which is called National Insurance Company Limited. Thank you very much. Lokesh ji, please take over.
Yes, sir. So thank you for your thoughtful speech, sir. You have motivated our agents by giving the example of Wadhwa sir. We were very happy to work under Wadhwa sir. He was very energetic and who motivated all the time agents everywhere.
Yeah, Kiran Mujral, I can see your message. Yeah, sorry.
Big question, sir. If you permit us, we'll have to.
Yeah, sure. And also, G.C. Bhattacharya,
Yes,
you will not be knowing. He was chairman of National Insurance in the year 88, 87, 88, sometime, maybe part of 89 also. He was an agent. And only thing is, he got solid knowledge behind it. That's why I'm saying that this is a knowledge-based industry. Knowledge is very important. Unless you have knowledge, you can't instill confidence in your customers, in other stakeholders. So this is very important. And that is why I'm saying that we should always try and think about professionalizing this particular channel. So we will be doing in this direction. Yeah.
So part of our working, we have already started this Super Sundays program, where every Sunday all our agents have been trained with particular subject. It's for 3.5 hours. We are conducting programs. Last week has been inaugurated, and this is the webinar series where we are inviting the stalwarts of the industry. And this COVID pandemic time, if people speak to our agents, then the motivation, definitely our people get motivated, and our people nowadays in the market, you have seen everywhere across all the sectors, people have lost confidence in them. For us to boost the confidence level of our agents and sharpen their skills with the training.
Yeah.
Even so, two weeks back, our former CMD of New India and United and director of NIA, Srinivasan ji, was there.
I know. Yeah. I saw it on YouTube also.
Yes, sir.
You had sent one link. I saw it.
Friends, if you have got any questions to Ravi sir, you can type in the chat box. Please don't give her any personal questions. Personal questions, if you have got, you can raise it through your office in charges or region in charges.
Yeah, welcome.
Sir, there is one question most of the people are asking. This office mapping, a recent order of mapping of one agent to only one office. Because it's creating a lot of problems, sir. If a agent is connected to a branch or a BC, if he has got any fire policy or a CR policy or any big policy where it cannot be underwritten at a BC or branch, it becomes very difficult for that agent to go and place business with other places, division. So our request, sir, please view this considerably, and if you can provide us with any one division or branch, one division or BC, it would be better, sir.
So minimum two offices, you are saying?
Minimum 2 offices where the BC or branch connected to that particular division, sir. So then there is no question of diversion of business or anything. We know our people are doing all sort of things. Why management has taken this decision, we know. But still, there are problems will be there, working problems. So that way, if a person is connected with a branch or a BC and to that controlling office, that is divisional office, it would be better.
Okay. I'll have a look into this. In fact, I thought that a better idea was to have because we are also on core insurance now. It is not that one data is exclusive of the other. So it is all connected. It was a better idea to have allow agents to do business wherever they want, but it will go in their agency and it will get reflected in their agency only. The problem comes when business organization is there. So suppose the agent is tagged with a particular development officer. Now development officer is linked to a particular office. So then it becomes a complex thing. So you have to account for in a different manner wherever he is tagged through development officer, and wherever he is putting it direct, it will have to be accounted for separately. Then there are incentive schemes for new business, and those things are there. You know all those things very well. So that is why probably they have done it. And actually, I have taken charge of marketing only recently. So this was a development which took place before I before I took over. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Sir, thanks for the incentive scheme which you have floated for health insurance,
Yeah.
especially in this COVID time, and where the premium is also has gone up considerably for national mediclaim policy.
This is health insurance is another important area which will have some good potential coming up. So I will just request all of my dear friends here to use this opportunity. And also this recently COVID Kavach has been launched. So try to talk to the shop owners associations and these people. There are many trade bodies and there are other bodies also where people of group, and they are the most exposed ones, and in fact they are concerned about it because they are going to the shop or some place where people are coming and they are meeting. So their exposure is maximum. In fact, COVID Kavach was mainly thought of for those people. So try to sell those policies like that.
Sure, sir. And sir, there is one more request from most of the participants that there is a cap on insurance commission paid on health policies for senior citizens. It's 10%. Now the rate has been revised for everyone. So we can relook into it, sir, because the decision has been made already last year in the board meeting to give 15%. It was implemented for 1 month, but again it was taken back.
Yeah, okay. You're talking of commission or incentive?
Commission, sir. Commission on
insurance. Okay. I'll have a look. Just write me a mail also, Lokesh.
Sure, sir.
Giving all these points.
Sure, sir.
So whatever best is possible, I'll try to do.
Sure, sir.
Anybody else who is having some question, anything in particular?
And sir, we are very thankful to you. Last year in the January we met you. We had, I think, 7-8 pages. You have solved most of our problems when you were GM marketing, and thank you. Management. Again, you are back in the marketing department.
I know, but do you know how I manage so many things? It is getting increasingly difficult. Oh my God. Because see, the personal department itself takes a lot of time, very demanding portfolio. Then marketing itself has so many things to do. And on top of that, entire state establishment. So all properties, all offices,
yes,
so everything. And then on top of that, then motor is also there, and also these auto tie-ups. So I have so many things to do. It's getting difficult, but I want to do justice at least for agents who are very close to my heart. I want to do something for them.
Thank you, sir.
So I have to find time. So send me whatever you think is in the interest of agency force. I will try to implement it.
Sure, sir. And sir, we have got a suggestion, sir, regarding this estate and properties.
Tell me.
We are coming across many private institutions where they have reduced rent up to 30%. Whether it's bank or any showrooms or anywhere, wherever we are seeing with our clients, they have reduced their rent by 30%.
Okay.
When the same thing can be applied to our offices due to COVID, even we also can bargain with the landlords wherever our offices have been taken on rent.
Yeah, actually we did that. when this thing started, lockdown started, we started approaching our landlords, and I'll tell you one thing. In this group, do we have people from other companies also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, all right. So anyway, for everyone, national insurance's rent payment for the full year is about 100 crores. So which is not a very big amount.
Yes, sir.
100 crores. Pure rent, I am saying.
Yes, sir.
Rent and what's that called? Maintenance charges or something? Yeah. So rent plus maintenance charges, 100 crores. So not a very big amount. But still, of that also, in the month of April and May, we have got savings of about 60-65 lakhs, because the landowners have allowed or agreed to some reduction during the lockdown. So we have already got about, so monthly rent would be, our rental outgo will be, let's say, about little less than 8 crores, 9 crores. And of that, we have already got 85 lakhs saving. So we have been trying for that, so reduction of cost. And I will also tell you, at least those who are working in national and PSUs, there is strong move to curtail expenses. So if our expenses come down, we will have more to spare for marketing activity. So there are targets given by Finance Ministry to reduce the expenses by controllable expenses by 20 to 25%, and we have action plan ready for that. So this year expenses are going to go down. Yeah. And also you must have heard that we got 2,400 crores last year, last fiscal. Oriental and United got 100 crores each last fiscal. Now again we are getting, tomorrow we have, Monday we have a board meeting. We are getting another tranche of 1,600 crores, 1,625 crores or something. So we have got capital, and we have also assured the ministry and others, and we also feel that now the turnaround time has come. We have to be careful, we have to be vigilant, and we have to be mindful of expenses, so that the company grows, remains strong, and all of you also grow with us, grow with the company.
Sir. And sir, all our agents are thankful for your implementation last year, what you did, this commission and incentives. Pan India nowadays, we don't have any problem. Fourth, the commission bills are generated, and end of 10th, commission and incentive are getting credited to the agents. And sir, one more issue, sir, this Corona Kavach, it's not enabled in Easy Portal and EV Portal. Pan India, most of the states are under lockdown, and some of the places are under lockdown. It has become very difficult. Even in Bangalore, one of the division where out of 11 staff, 11 are positive.
Yeah, I know. There are places.
Office. So if it is enabled early as possible, then our agents will be able to issue Corona Kavach policies online.
I'll take it up. Sure, I'll take it up. We have, in fact, we have added many policies in the portal, and there was a Easy Portal also which was not functioning earlier properly. There more products are there, so that has also been activated, and hopefully those who are working on portals, they must be finding it much better, both UB Portal as well as the Easy Portal. So keep trying both. We will be adding products on all both the portals. Yeah.
If anybody has got any questions, you can ask in the chat box.
So I say you are free to ask anything. You all are my friends. Don't hesitate. Ask anything you want. COVID is going to stay. So this is what
it's going to stay, sir. It's not going to leave us.
It's not going to go away. We knew it since beginning. That is, once we heard about it, those who know or understand how these infections spread, they all knew that this is going to stay now. if it was contained as SARS was done by Singapore and some one more country that time, when they contained it in a place. Instead, what China did was they did not allow people to move within their country, but they allowed people to move from Hubei to Iran, to Spain, to Italy. They had direct flights, so they allowed them to go there, not within their country. So now the world is stuck with this. It's not going to go away. But work must go on. We have to support our families, our country, our society, everyone. So we have to find ways to safeguard ourselves, keep ourselves healthy, use this as an opportunity to have a better life, and go on with the work. Whatever happens will happen. Okay, all right. Not to worry too much about it.
And sir, here we are getting a request on 2018-19 yearly incentives, sir. That we had requested.
18-19?
Incentives, sir, yearly incentives. That is club membership.
Okay.
Yeah.
Acha, that has not been done yet.
Not released, sir.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. You just consolidate everything and
I'll note down all these points and send it to you, sir.
Yeah. Please do that. So I think this is a Saturday. Happy weekend to all of you. Enjoy your Saturday. Eat, drink, and be merry. Corona will not harm any of you. तो अच्छे से खाइए और मौज करिए. Nothing will happen. And very important thing, in fact, yesterday one officer of Bombay got infected. I got a news. Then I called her up. She said that her husband was having some fever and cough. So they got it tested and both of them are positive now. So I said, where are you? She was in a COVID center. I just said one thing to her. I said that you feel confident. In fact, if you say think positive, now positive has become negative because positive means COVID positive. So I said that if you think in a positive manner, human body is such that it gives out positive hormones and they protect you actually. These hormones only protect you. And most of the fatalities are where negative feelings, where the patient gets worried, overly worried. That also affects recovery rate. So be confident, be positive, be happy.
Thank you, sir, for your address. Friends, now I request our Mr. Srinivasan ji, the General Secretary of AIGA, Ernakulam, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Lokesh ji. Thank you, Lokesh ji.
Please go ahead, Srinivasan ji.
On behalf of Confederation of General Insurance Agents Association of India, I thank our General Manager, Sir Devi sir, for thanking for time and our this busy schedule and addressing us this evening. We are very grateful to him for his great job. I thank all of top management joining for various of the country for this event. I thank convener, co-convener, President and Secretary General of all the organization of General Insurance Agents Associations. I thank all of the office bearers of the various association of the levels of territory. Once again, I thank all of the participants of the person early. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Srinivasan ji. Now, sir, we'll raise for the national anthem, sir.